Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Baldur's Gate 3. And yeah, in the last episode we fought off some hyenas and some gnolls. And now we get to loot it and we also get to do some level ups. So, exciting stuff.
No traps, please.
Okay, more hyena ears.
Breathe deep and move.
Ooh, viscera. Gross. Oil of Sharpness. +1 bonus to damage and attack rolls and overcomes resistance to non-magical damage. That's cool. Okay, can't speak with them, I guess.
Let's have a look.
Shipment orders. Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it, and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. Uh-huh. Find the missing shipment, and then I guess we have to decide whether or not we're gonna open it or not, huh? Huh. NF. There's no way we're gonna know who that is until we get to Baldur's Gate. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, send all of those to camp. Now, shipment orders. I'm gonna put that in there. Yeah, where is this shipment? Doesn't seem to be here.
Always
It
room for
could
more.
be... It could be up where the gnolls were over there. They could have taken it. Though the name of the recipient is obscure, the letter appears to continue a debate of some heat. Your analysis is flawed. The hells are not so simple to understand, boiling down 9 cosmological layers into evil, but with a few more rules, does generations of scholars discredit. Each layer is its own unique moral and magical ecosystem. What Zariel permits in Avernus may be blasphemy to Mammon in the chained cities of Minaros. The Hells bend not only to their whim and will, but to their mere presence. The more souls they acquire, the more that combined influence spreads. Avernus itself is glorious for study. Watch a Yugoloth mercenary debate mid-battle with a Rakshasa and tell me I'm wrong. From its red starless sky to every bloody tributary leading to the Styx, there is something to explore. Of course, getting down there in the middle of the Blood War is a bit stressful, but you can't judge what you don't know. I've gotten off topic. The point is you're wrong. Looking forward to your reply. Best, Silvira Savicus, the Sage of Candlekeep. Is Candlekeep the place where you start the first Baldur's Gate game up in? Somebody let me know. Okay, a circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevik Feanor, Most High Lore Master, of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. I can read. To the good godly folk of Faerun. In the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realm-shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a time of great confusion and upheaval. Gods fell and rose again, lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the planets birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often an anathema to Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our agents by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples, while all knowledge is of import to the Lord I don't know if it's Binder or Binder. We are confident that any future plane-shaping events will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke, or read in the droppings of the village herd. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you to look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours ever seeking, Brevik Feanor, servant of Ogma. The gate is closed. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe, crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long, the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the keepers of the gate. Enough is enough, the gate is closed. Okay, interesting. So we might run into some of that when we get to Baldur's Gate. People who don't want more refugees coming in. Okay, that's the same thing we've already got, so we don't need to pick that one up too. Alright, I think it's time for us to do our level ups. So this is going to be our level 4s. Ooh, we're encumbered. I was wondering why we were walking around. Makes sense. Druid level 4. What do we got now? 31 health. Class features. Level 2 spell slot unlocked. Wild shape deep Rothe? Roth? Assume the shape of a deep Roth that casts dancing lights and charges its enemies. The deep Roth has a starting health of 23 hit points that increases every 2 druid levels. While in animal shape, you can't talk or cast spells. You take on the attributes of your beast form, excluding your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, which we all have really high now. When your beast form drops to 0 hit points, you revert to your normal form. Yep. Okay, so we have a new wild shape, and a new feat is available. And we get a new cantrip? Okay. Poison Spray and Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip pulls the creature 3 meters closer to you. I think Poison Spray. A flame in your hand sheds a light in a 9-meter radius and deals 1 to 8 fire damage when thrown. Throwing the flame immediately after you conjure it does not cost an action. Extinguishing or throwing it on subsequent turns costs an action. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to take Poison Spray. We'll just switch those around as needed anyway. And let's check out these feats. Oh man, that's a lot of feats. That's a lot of feats. Oh my goodness. You increase one ability by 2 or 2 abilities by 1 to a maximum of 20. Your charisma increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. That wouldn't give us any extra pluses because we're at 14. We need to be 16 to get to a +3. So... Your proficiency bonus is also doubled for deception and performance checks. You gain a +5 bonus to initiative and can't be surprised. Your strength or dex increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. I mean, that could get rid of a -1 on strength, but When you are prone, standing up uses significantly less movement. Your jump distance also increases by 50%. Charger, weapon attack, and charger shove. No thank you. No, probably not going to do crossbow. When attacked while wielding a finesse weapon, you're proficient with... I think we are using simple weapons. If we were to use... I think finesse would be like rapier, which technically you could use, but then we're kind of building for shillelagh, so we're not going to be using a finesse weapon. Let's see. Dual wielder, 2-weapon fighting, even if your weapons aren't light. Not going to be doing that. Can I dual wield 2 staves? Actually, you might actually be able to do that. You gain +1 bonus to armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. Okay, so that sort of offsets the shields problem. You'd still end up losing 1 AC because shields are generally start at a +2. You cannot dual heavy weapons, makes sense. You gain advantage on perception checks made to detect hidden objects, and on saving throws made to avoid or resist traps. Your constitution increases by 1, and you regain full hit points each time you take a short rest. Your spells ignore resistance to a damage type of your choice. When you cast spells of that type, you cannot roll a 1. Okay, Great Weapon Master. Critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, you can make another melee attack as a bonus action that turn. That's probably not as likely to happen with you. That should be on a martial class. Armor proficiency with heavy armor. And your strength increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Okay, so if I wanted heavy armor, I could definitely do that. I think I'm going to stick with what you've got, though. Because heavy armor also gives you disadvantage on stealth checks. You gain armor proficiency with light armor, and your strength or dex increases by 1. You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, or to make an enemy re-roll their attack rolls. That sounds pretty good. Okay, Mage Slayer. When a creature casts a spell within a melee range of you, you have advantage on any saving throws against it, and you can use a reaction to immediately make an attack against the caster. Enemies you hit have disadvantage on concentration saving throws. Mage Initiate Bard. You learn 2 cantrips and a level 1 spell from the Bard spell list. If I select this right now, okay, yes, I can see what's available. Interesting. Once per long rest, your spellcasting ability for all 3 spells is Charisma. Okay. We would want a Wisdom-based one, I think. So clerics are based off of wisdom, and druids are based off of wisdom. Who else is? Charisma, int. So if we wanted to, we could try and take some cantrips and a spell from the cleric pool. Whoops, hit my microphone. If you heard that, don't mind it. Light could be useful. But no, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Now, our charisma is a +2, so like we could take charisma cantrips, and we still have decent bonuses on those. Okay, bards have True Strike. True Strike is a cantrip. Vicious Mockery. Insult a creature, it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Ooh, those are pretty good cantrips right there. Let's check some of the other charisma-based ones. So we got Sorcerer. You've also got True Strike. And then as for spells, Warlocks are also charisma-based. Frickin' take Eldritch Blast. True Strike and Eldritch? It's a thought. So let's think. Her only ranged option right now is a 1d8 or a 1d6 cantrip. I can't remember. It's this one, actually. Bone Chill. So it's a 1d8. This one doesn't give that much more, and you're not going to get the other Eldritch Blast abilities, so... maybe not that. Okay. And int we're not going to do because if we ever lose that item, we will no longer have the 17 int that we currently have. Okay, what about bard spells? A lot of overlap. Okay, so that's a thought. I may do Magic Initiate Bard. We'll see. You learn 2 maneuvers from the Battlemaster subclass. Nah, we're not going to be doing that. Oh, whoops. When you wear medium armor, it doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks. The bonus to armor class you gain from your dex modifier also becomes +3 instead of +2. Movement speed increases. Difficult terrain doesn't slow you down when you dash. Could be useful. If you move after making a melee attack, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from your target. Interesting. Armor proficiency with medium and shields. Your strength or dex increases by 1. Performer. Proficiency with musical instrument. Nope. Ability. You increase an ability by 1 to a maximum of 20 and gain proficiency in that ability's saving throws. Ritual Caster. You learn 2 ritual spells of your choice. Find Familiar. Speak with Dead. But you can use it as a ritual? Meaning it wouldn't actually take a level 3 spell slot? I think they only take... Why don't these tooltips tell you that these can be used as rituals? They should. I think they only cost a spell slot if you're using them in battle. Outside of battle, these are all rituals, but nowhere on these does it tell you that. And I find that kind of odd. You roll your damage dice twice and use the highest result. That's pretty cool. When an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, you can use a reaction to make a weapon attack against them. Sharpshooter, no. Shield Master, +2 bonus to dex saving throws while wielding a shield. You can use a reaction to shield yourself. Okay. And you can take half damage even if you fail. Okay, that's all kind of interesting, but... Proficiency in 3 more skills. Nah. You learn a cantrip. And the number you need to roll a critical hit when attacking is reduced by 1. Is that for everything or just the cantrip that we take? Probably everything, right? So 19s and 20s are then criticals. Tavern Brawler. When you make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon or throw something. Your strength modifier is added twice to the damage. Nope. Your hit point maximum increases by 2 for every level you have gained. Warcaster. Advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on a spell. You can use a reaction to cast Shocking Grasp at a target moving at a melee range. That one sounds kind of interesting. You gain proficiency with 4 weapons of your choice, and your strength or dexterity increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Alright, so I'm leaning towards Warcaster or Bard. Magic Initiate. Like, if I did this, I'd probably take True Strike. And maybe Vicious Mockery? Some things to help us hit and other people not hit. And they're cantrips. So I'd probably do that. The spell I would take might be Featherfall, honestly. Bane could be good, but technically our cleric can swap that in whenever they want. $3d6, but also can frighten a creature. Probably be that. That seems good. And you get one of those per long rest. Okay. And then on the other hand, this can help us keep something like Moonbeam up by giving us advantage on our saving throws to maintain concentration. And we get that reaction. But no, I think I just like the idea of this. So True Strike, Vicious Mockery, and then Dissonant Whispers. Some decent CC options here. I think I'm doing that. Now, it does say here that the spellcasting ability for all 3 of these is going to be Charisma. Here it says Wisdom, but I think it's just... I think that's a lie. That's our spellcasting modifier, but each of these are going to be based off of our Charisma, which is a +2 instead of a +3. But I think that's okay. That's still pretty damn good. Light's going to start becoming more important when we go below ground. And right now I think our only light ability is the Dancing Lights one. Nope, doing it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a long level up session. Because I think a lot of the level 4s come with, each of them is going to get to choose a feat, so... Okay. Another level 2 spell slot. HP is 31. Gained a cantrip. Very nice. Oh, you get light. There we go. Problem solved. Blade Ward could be good too, but we're going to give you light. All right. Now I gotta figure this out. All right, so we've gone through all of these once already. I'm gonna go through these slow again just to make sure that I'm choosing the one that's best for each character. But I'm gonna pause in between so that you don't have to see me go through and choose. So I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, I think I'm gonna go with Lucky for our cleric here. You gain 3 luck points, which you can use to gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, or to make an enemy re-roll their attack rolls. So this can be used in a lot of different ways, but I feel like this is going to be good on her because she needs to be able to do lots of different things. She can help heal, she can help lock things down, she also has a bunch of things that require concentration. So, like, let's say that I have my entire party blessed, with a level 2 bless, and somebody tries to hit me, then I can presumably use one of my luck points to re-roll my concentration check, for instance. So, yeah, there's just lots of ways that we can use this. Or have the enemy re-roll their attack so that they hopefully just miss me entirely. So, Lucky can be very, very useful, I feel like, on my cleric. So, we're gonna go with Lucky. Okay, you're next up, Gale. 26. Level 2 spell slot. Cantrip of our choice. Let's see. Shocking Grasp, Acid Splash. Now, Acid is not poison. Poison is the one that gives them disadvantage. Man, I would love if that was like a Poison Splash or something. I guess we have Poison Spray, which I think we just got on our Druid, but... More people with True Strike isn't a bad thing. What does this do? Compels nearby creatures to investigate. Okay, that could be very useful when we're trying to set up for fights. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, 2 more spells to learn. We're going to take Misty Step as one of them. And Featherfall is another. Forgot I gave you those 2. I should maybe switch those in more often, huh? Both of those are pretty good. Does require concentration for Blur, but you put that on the right person, that can change a fight. That can change a fight. Does anybody else have Featherfall? I can't remember if clerics or druids have that. If so, something else would be more useful, but I'm not able to check, unfortunately. All right. Now, I could just give you more stuff. But also, if I gave you something that gave you 1 more point in an intelligence, you'd be getting a +4 on all of your rolls. So that's also something to think about. So we could do ability improvement, or we could just find one that has other things as bonuses and increases intelligence by 1. Let's see. Was there any of those that increase intelligence by 1? Okay, if I were to do this... Three to 24. Chromatic orb. And possibly creates a surface on impact? Choose a different type of damage. Huh. Interesting. Seems pretty good. Now let's see. These ones... The level 1 spell you can cast once per long rest. That's right. So these ones don't take a slot. Gives you more options. So there's that. We could turn your intelligence into a +4 if we wanted to. Let's do this. Okay. You can always respec if you absolutely need or want to, so... Gained a cantrip, gained a spell. You can replace spell. Cool. So you can make different choices if you feel like you need to. In higher difficulty modes, the target might accuse you of enchanting them. Yeah, so I don't know how often I'd want to actually use friends. We just took that with Gale, didn't we? Did we end up taking that with Gale? Oh my gosh, how can I not know? I mean, poison spray is like decent damage for a cantrip. And if it poisons, then they get disadvantage. So it's like, that's a really good one. It's just good. It's just good. And you are often in melee range. Okay, spells. Darkness. Blindness. Mirror image. They deal half damage with weapon attacks using strength. On the right enemy, that can be very useful. Gonna take out Armor of Agathis. Yeah, I think I prefer Mirror Image. Or do we want to CC? Attacks from within 3 meters are always critical hits. That's pretty good, actually. We're gonna take hold person. Ah, that's tough. That's really tough. No, we trade one defensive ability for the better defensive ability. I really want that. I should do it here. Let's do that instead of Misty Step. Yep. Okay. Charisma's at 17. Let's see. Strength or Dex increased by 1. No. You can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class. That's going to be pretty useful all the time. Yeah. Because we're going to be sticking with your rapier, I think, for a while. And that's a finesse weapon, right? I'm pretty sure it's a finesse weapon. I hope I'm accurate on that. There's something we want more. Okay, there we go. Yep, rapier is finesse. Good.
No one back home will ever believe this.
No time to dally.
Take you along.
Well, I was hoping that'd be a little bit higher than that, but I guess it is only a 4 to 7 heal. You know what I should have done there? It would have made way more sense for me to switch in the more powerful heal. I would have used the same spell slot. The only difference is that this is better in combats because it can just be a bonus action, which is why I tend to prefer it, but...
Salutations.
These recharge on what? I think only long rests, right? Yeah, so short rests don't bring those back.
There is work to do.
There's your luck points. Now, K is spellbook, right?
Can't give up now. All's well
Man.
that ends not as bad as it could have.
Your desire.
Make sure everything's checked.
Pride of the gate.
All right, cool.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Man, these heals suck. Do better. All right, there we go.
What to do?
All right, yes, we could have done it with a short rest, but it's fine. Okay. Long set of level ups. We're barely hanging on with our symbiotic entity. And we have not found this chest.
Light on my feet.
Oh yeah, we're encumbered. Completely forgot about that.
What's next, I wonder? My face protects me.
Okay, you know what? I kind of want to see what that looks like on Vernat.
Never a dull moment.
Can I see this? Alright, put that back on. There we go. Okay, that's how we do that. So there's that. There's that. You're a druid. We'll go with some earthy colors, green and brown. Can't even really see the shoes. We can stick with those. Okay, that helps our weight a bit.
I wonder what the next move is.
Where am I needed?
Okay. Okay, we need the food for sure.
Let's be on my way.
Okay, we've already looted that.
Maybe I need more pockets. What's in here?
Okay. Oh, let's go back in here. There we go. Oh, also. Sure. That looks all right, I guess. Lovely, severed arm. Okay, we're just gonna pick that up. No biggie. Written in a furious, sloping hand, this is a letter to the editor of Baldur's Bash, a tabloid notorious for its controversial articles. Dear editor, I find it despicable, nay, diabolical, that you would defend Baldur's Gate's ridiculous restrictions regarding animals in the city. Yeah, no kidding, no dogs? No animal larger than a peacock may gain entry? How archaic. My darling Giselle is the most well-behaved bear you'll ever meet. And yet to spend time with my child, I must visit my summer home in Cormyr. I call upon the Parliament of Peers to resolve this issue immediately. The emotional and psychological well-being of the people of Baldur's Gate is at stake, and I shall take this to the highest authorities, should it not be dealt with accordingly. Right now, Giselle cries out for her father. This archaic policy has separated a child from their parents. I don't know how Grand Duke Older Ravengard lives with himself. Yours faithfully, Mr. R. Pickens. We have a dog in our group now. So, when we get to Baldur's Gate, are they going to let him in? Presumably they won't. And I will have to murder everybody when that happens. It's just the way it's got to be.
Open up.
Let's see. Did we loot you two? We did. Okay. All right. So according to the map, oh, we are getting close to where we need to be. So yeah, we'll keep going this way. Okay, I think OBS might be acting up again. It has no reason to, so I don't know why it would be. Might be fine, might be dropping some frames. I'll have to check. We'll have to see if I need to adjust some things. According to my task manager, I'm not being overloaded with anything. My GPU is currently running at freaking 22%. And the video encoder is working at 20%. So there should be no reason for dropped frames, so if there's something going on, it's something else. Oh, interesting. There's a place where we could have jumped across there. There's a little path down here. Oh, wow. Stealth, sleight of hand, but -1 to charisma. Now, I don't want to take a minus in my charisma, because then I'll go to a +1 instead of a +2. So I don't think you're going to wear that, but somebody should wear that.
Wits and blades.
You're
always
charisma
sharp.
base, so yeah, you'd still have your +3,
Have a lot on my mind.
even with that.
And, well,
Stealth
yeah.
and sleight of hand. How's your dex?
The
It should be
pride of the
pretty good, right?
No one stopped me yet.
Sharp as ever.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Defender of the people.
Okay. So how is your stealth and sleight of hand in total then? +3, +3.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay, cool.
One day I'll catch a break. Might be useful.
Ooh, that's rough. Okay, we all failed our perception checks. Now I also don't know if, like, a long rest will allow us to retry a perception check. Just in case, I'm gonna actually mark my map here, and after a long rest, I'm gonna try coming back here just to see if it allows us to re-roll our perception check. Alright, that'll do.
It's been a while since these two breathed their last.
A longbow.
There are Harper and Druid symbols on their equipment. An interesting pair.
How many total inspiration points do we have at the moment? Why doesn't it tell me my total? Shouldn't this tell me how many I have total so that I know if I'm capped out or not? I'm aware. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Do we have anybody who can use a longbow? I don't think we do.
Whatever it takes. I'm ready.
You can use short bows.
Let me work my magic. A hero at heart.
Light crossbow, short bows.
Let's get
Okay,
going.
as of right now, we don't. I'm going to hold on to it because we might run into other characters who can. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we don't have any rangers or anything. Technically, I can wear this, but I think I'm going to keep the +1 nature check and the bonus to dex saving throws.
A long way to go still.
Alright, we'd be going to a disadvantage on stealth checks, but gaining 1 more armor class, putting her armor class at 17. I'm just going to hold on to this, but I think I'm going to keep her regular armor for now.
Have to keep pushing.
Okay. I think that's it here.
All right, what
Let's
now?
go back to our main character.
Moving ahead.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, and I'm going to check this recording and make sure that it's not dropping frames, because my preview is showing a lot of drop frames, but my stats aren't, and I just want to double check it. So we're going to go ahead and end this episode just a couple minutes early, so thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully in the next episode, we will get over here and figure out where this car lock is. So, have a good one, everybody. Bye. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Chris Smith, Vlado101, Andy Ford, The Blue Electric Cat, Angel Mejia, Black Mamba 90, and Kyle Schluter. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.